Hi. Since people have been actually paying attention to what I post on YouTube, I thought perhaps I should post something else to keep the interest going. I'm just going to share with you right now some of the fun writing projects that we did at my previous school in Hong Kong. One thing we did was a school newspaper. Not, it's a bit of a cheat really, because classically, of course, school newspapers or magazines should be done by the students independently without the teacher's help. But still, we had some fun with it and produced a supplement later about whether or not the school week should be shorter and whether or not violent video games lead to youth violence. Of course, I mean, a print newspaper is a bit dated nowadays. If the kids were left to themselves, I suppose they'd do a YouTube channel or a blog or something. Uh, Even blogs are a bit old-fashioned, aren't they? Anyway, that was one thing we did. Another creative writing project of ours was this this folder of poems. The idea was going to be we'd do another one each year and add them to the school library. So there'd be a library of poem books compiled and written by our staff. Didn't actually come about because the school closed down after we'd only done one of them. What a shame. However, we had a bit of fun with it. Hang on, let me put my specs on. We did a lot of different topics. One that I thought was rather fun, we looked at riddles. Now, I, of course, took the classic scene from The Hobbit where Gollum and Bilbo are asking each other riddles in the dark, which, it has roots that nobody sees, taller than trees, up and up it goes, and yet never grows. It's a mountain, yeah? Or voiceless it cries, wingless flutters, toothless bites, and mouthless mutters. The wind. And most famously, this thing all things devours, birds, beasts, trees, flowers, gnaws iron, bites steel, grinds hard stones to meal, slays kings, ruins towns, and beats mountains down. Bilbo couldn't think, and he was begging Gollum to give him more time. He said, time, time, and of course that's the answer. Yes. Some of my students tried to come up with their own. There's one here that a student managed that was certainly a much more modern thing than Bilbo or Gollum would have ever heard of. It says here, it is a magician everyone watches. It's usually clothed in black or white. A rectangular stage where he does all his magic. He can make dreams like shows from only red, green, and blue. They come from different places, but all have the same name. It always has a number printing at the top. Can you guess what it is? Well, the picture at the bottom to show what it is too small to see on the page. But in fact, this magical rectangular stage where the wizard produces all his wonderful things, it's one of these. A smartphone. Not a bad effort. Obviously, modern thinking. There are some other poems in here and other poems that I've done at other times. I'll probably share some of them with you at a later date. Okay, but I found a little book where I'd noted down a new poem of my own that I was using to help teach the children. And that was a quite simple one, by me, simply. A limerick's a verse in 5 lines, with a predictable series of rhymes. So easy it is to write poems like this, but they can be quite naughty at times. As long as you get the rhythm right, limericks are easy. Of course, if you don't, you sound like the young man from Japan, if you remember that one, yeah? There was a young man from Japan whose limericks never would scan. When they said this was so, he replied, yes, I know, but I always make a point of trying to fit as many words in the last line as I possibly can. So there you go. Anyway, we have loads more poems, including some more that I wrote myself and others that I chose because I thought they were great for the children. And there are more of Alan Alberg's that I'd like to share with you and a few other classics. So I'll probably be updating quite soon. For now, good night.